Hello and welcome back to the College Stick. I'm Ben and this is Bree. And yes, I did get a haircut. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for joining us. This season is really starting to turn out to be an exciting one. I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much as we are. Let's take a look at the scores from week 6 here. We'll put them up for you. Oklahoma scoring north of 198 again. That's very, very impressive. They
Whoa.
beat Alabama. Florida, they had a little bit of an upset there against Missouri. We'll get into that a little bit. And then we had UCLA versus Minnesota. Minnesota really put up a fight on that one. Look at the score for a team that's not ranked in the top 25. That's it's very, very impressive. So hats off to them on that one. And maybe we should get into how we got there.
Right. So let's talk about what happened this week. So Oklahoma versus Alabama. Mackenzie Estep finally in the all around. What? She did a really great job. I mean, 9.975 on vault. Oh yeah. 9.925 on the bars. A little misstep on the beam and the floor, but really an awesome showing for her first all around.
Who is Mackenzie Estep? She's where did Oklahoma find her? Hats off to Oklahoma recruiting because they are building a dynasty there. That was, I mean, I don't know where they find these athletes, but man, for a freshman, very, very
There's got
impressive.
to be some like gymnastics factory that we don't know about. KJ Kindler finds it. She'll find you. Anyway, also in that meet, Addison Fatta, 9.975 on the vault as well. She ends up winning the all around, which we'll get to all the all around scores later, but she's just a fantastic athlete. And again, another KJ Kindler find. Where was she?
Yeah, she's only a sophomore. I mean, and she's acting like she's a senior or a graduate student. Like unbelievable. Like just yes, rock solid.
Absolutely. In that meet as well, uncharacteristic for Gabby Gladio, fell off the beam, but very characteristic for Chloe Lacourcier, killing it on bars again, 9.925. Really, really just amazing to watch these teams. As Ben mentioned earlier, Florida versus Missouri. Florida just had that major misstep on bars and could not recover. And Missouri was just doing Missouri things, and their score was no joke. That was north of 197 as well. I'm going to circle back here to our conversation last week about scoring and judging because
Don't be judgy.
don't be judgy. I'm being judgy because that Kailin Chio bar routine was a 10 or a 9.975 at the least. Let's
Yeah, pull it up. I want to
take
see.
a look. All right, let's watch. Perfect entry onto the bar. Look at she hits her handstand, legs together, squeezed, transition to the high bar, legs still together. Oh, comes back down into a perfect handstand. Perfect. Wow, weird. Goes back up to the high bar. Another perfect handstand. And of course, my favorite release move, the Horkina, because I love Svetlana Horkina. And then let's cap it off, cherry on top, with a frickin' stuck landing. Stuck landing. Her feet were a little off, which is where I'd account for the 0.25. What, a 9.9?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'd like to see the score sheet on that one.
We'd like to see the score sheet on a lot of these.
Yeah, how about Jordan Chiles?
She does it again.
Her third 10 on floor this year, and I think her fourth 10 for the season, right? Overall. Incredible. She brought back her Prince tribute because she was in Minnesota. Why would you not bring back your Prince tribute? When we watched it, we thought, they probably gave her some credit for doing the Prince thing in Minnesota, but man, it was incredible. We did our best to try to find a deduction in that routine, and there was not one. It was definitely textbook 10. So impressive, fun to watch.
It was the perfect way to go into that, though, being really judgy and then being like, whoop, we were wrong. There was no bias. It was just a perfect routine.
We can admit when we're wrong.
Some of us can. All right, the final thing I want to talk about with highlights. Obviously, there was tons more that happened. Joscelyn Roberson, can I get a 10? Can I get a 10? This poor girl, an elite athlete, is the beam queen and doesn't get a 10.
How about the floor routine? Couldn't we give her a 10 on that as well?
Can we give her a 10 on bars? The bars this last meet. Christine.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're being sticklers on the 10s this year. They really are.
For some people. Anyways.
Awesome. And here's the all-arounds winners from this week. And there's one thing I'm going to add something here to my NCAA women's college gymnastics wish list.
We're going to call this Ben's Corner.
Ben's wish list. Yeah. Can we please do a better job of tracking the all-around? Is that too much to ask? Half the time I have no idea who's competing in the all-around, maybe until rotation 3 or maybe even 4, who knows, right? And then if we're gonna track it, maybe put up some graphics, maybe show us hey, after rotation 3, who's leading the all-around, right? But at the very least, can you please tell me who won the all-around before you end the telecast? That would be awesome. That'd be great, because then I wouldn't have to dig through Google and AI and try to find out who won the overall the all-around for each meet this week.
Which is exactly what he did. Finding Tori Vetter's score for each apparatus would take 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It sure
We
did.
had to end up eventually using AI to find it, but that's a whole different story.
It is. Another thing that we should probably bring up is big news out of Iowa State this week. I'm sure anybody who watches women's college gymnastics is tracking this. Initially, they had canceled their meet, and I thought they cited athlete safety concerns or something when they made that cancellation.
I think what they said was that they didn't have enough healthy athletes to compete in that meet.
Mm, yeah. And then it was maybe a day later that they just came out and canceled the entire season. And that's really, strikes me as odd. I mean, these girls have scholarships.
You
They
mean
train and
young women?
yes, young women. They work so hard in the off season to prepare for the season, and now that's just completely taken away from them. And I feel like there's something else going on here. I wish there's already been multiple calls for transparency from multiple different athletes and organizations. So hopefully in the days to come, we kind of get a better idea of what's going on there, because it seems very, very strange.
And we'll keep you updated.
Of course. And now we'll talk about the rankings for this week and kind of how everything shook out. Week 6 rankings here. We got no surprise. Oklahoma's still on top there. Couple improvements throughout. The one thing that kind of surprised me is we have a couple teams that have moved quite a bit. And I mean, we're week 6 now. This is based off of averages, so you really don't see big movements. But man, it's amazing that one rotation from Florida on bars set them back 3 spots down to number 5. Really kind of a surprise there. Arkansas is still looking strong, and they're still kind of climbing up slowly. They're up to number 8. And then the big surprise, Utah went up 3 spots. They're number 12, and now they're in the hunt for the top 10. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going to happen after Gracie left. And I mean, they've got some great talent on that team. They have McKenna Smith and Avery Neff uh, and more. But we miss our Gracie because we know that this guy, I don't know if you guys do know, he loves his wolf turns.
They're the best. Love my wolf turns.
And Gracie was the best at wolf turns. Now I think it's Sky Blakely that you're digging.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome at wolf turns. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Love me a good wolf turn. Not much has changed though for the individual gymnasts for the leaders this season.
Yeah, about the same as it was last week, except Kailin Chio on vault is, yeah, she's now in the lead there. So everyone else doing their thing, and we'll keep you updated on that for next week as well.
Definitely. And one thing we'd like to do, starting this episode and every episode, is we'd like to start a little something we like to call the college stick salute. Um, we've been watching gymnastics now for a couple years, and we've noticed there's a lot of influential people behind the scenes, not just the athletes. And so we have this week, we're going to recognize uh, Casey Magnuson and Jenna Beccera.
This duo is just fantastic. Ben will be doing the dishes, and Casey Magnuson is just breaking down step by step, play by play of exactly what's going on. He doesn't even have to look at the TV. It's fantastic. He's such an enthusiast. He knows everything that's going on. He knows the deductions. Uh, he's very impressive.
Yeah, and then Jenna will follow it right up. She'll be giving us scores before they even come up on the screen, which is awesome because sometimes we'll go to commercial break and the score won't even come up on the screen. So it's awesome that I mean they're just a really great duo. They've been a lot of fun to watch. We don't watch a lot of ACC gymnastics, but because Stanford's in the top 10 now, we've been tuning in and what a pleasant surprise. Like they are an awesome team. So we salute you.
We'll talk more about Stanford another time because spoiler alert, my favorite floor routine is Sienna Robinson.
Oh, there you go. Everybody's got favorites. And here's what to watch this week. Coming up, week 7, we got some big matchups. We got Oklahoma and Florida, Alabama versus Arkansas, and UCLA versus Michigan. So all top 10 ranked teams going up against each other. Should be a really fun weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait. But we'll leave you with a little something to brighten your day, courtesy of Isla Acevedo. So thanks for watching.
Thanks. See you next week.